Hey guys, it's Bucky. This is my first ever video, and I thought to kick it off, I'd show you guys how to make a silo of your very own. It's something I always use in all of my worlds. I always play survival, and having extra equipment and supplies handy always helps. Really, there's only two main components to any silo. First one is the chest, second one is the hopper. Hopper is a chest with 5 ingots around it. It ends up looking something like this. Just pretend the hoppers are iron ingots. If you put that into your crafting table interface, it pops out a hopper. So that's how you get those. And to make these, really, it only takes up 4 hoppers, so it's pretty conservative. The other thing you'll want to get is some wood, just to make a housing for it if you need a housing. Of course, it's always possible if you've tunneled into the side of a mountain. You just cut out a little nook for it, and you throw it right in there. Stores all your stuff for you. The other thing you might want to consider getting is a few wood slabs. Those I'll show you what to do with later. They do come in handy if you build them out in the open. I always put these things on my farms, and you'll see over here I do store some carrots in them. You can store things like carrots, wheat, potatoes, if you want even eggs, meat, you name it. You can even store cobblestone if you have too much of it. It does come in handy though. Say you're going into the nether, you have several chests full of it. You can go build whatever fortress you want in there, come back in, grab some more cobblestone, you're done. Alright, so these are the two that I built. First one is the double silo that I named Silo 1. Really it's called a double because it's got a bunch of double chests. And it has about 5 double chests. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up at the top. And I did take the back off of this thing just so you could see how it worked. And on the front and over here on the sides, I did put ladders and some vines. Really, that's just a way to get up on top of it, to load it. Let me show you how this thing works. Over here, open the top chest, throw in whatever you want. Normally you have a few stacks of whatever it is you're trying to save. And it pops it out down here. You get enough stacks, so it'll just kind of fill this whole chest up down here. And once that one's full, it'll store them in that hopper back there. And then it'll fill up this chest. And it fills up this hopper here, that chest, and it just kind of works its way up. Eventually this chest will get full. You might want to consider expanding onto it. This thing can go way up, all the way to the sky. But we're not going to do that today because it's just too damn time consuming. Instead, I'm just going to show you how to make something pretty simple like this. This one, I did end up putting a hopper up on top of here. For that, you don't really need that there. And the only reason I did this is if you're building something, you just want to be able to throw this in, throw that in, throw this, maybe throw that in, and just throws it all the way down here. Maybe you just want it to go into some subterranean cavern. You never want to look at the stuff again, but it's pretty rare, and it does use up that extra hopper. So really, unless you're doing this on creative, it's not worth it to do that. Besides, most of the time, if you have stacks of anything, you just want to do it like that. It's tedious to sit there and just throw everything out like this. So, anyway, show you how to make one of these of your own. I'm missing something. Where did it go? Okay, so to build one of these things, even the double, it just takes up a 4x4 spot. You can make it as tall or deep as you want. Say you're going to build this thing on the side of the mountain, you can do that single stacked one. It does use up more supplies for what you're able to store because each one of those hoppers is only serving a single chest, not a double chest. So, show you this. You want to start off with a double chest or a single chest if that's what you're trying to build. Come around to the back side of it. You want to throw down a hopper. Now to do this, you want to crouch before you do it and click on the chest itself. And if you did it right, it'll do this. It'll point towards that chest. If you do it wrong, you're facing the back of the chest, it just opens the chest, or it ends up doing this, and it's just pointing towards that block of wood right there, just pointing straight down. So make sure you crouch, click on the chest, and there you go. Points right at it. And we hop up here, make sure you crouch again, click on top of the hopper, and click on the side of the chest. And there you go, double chest on top of that hopper, come over to the side. I always alternate mine doing the double stacked ones, just to make it a little, I think it just looks a little bit better. You can even do something like this, and like that, and just fill this up. Might make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to you. That's entirely up to you. You are just going to lose that extra chest, but crouch. Make sure it's pointing the right direction. This one is. Crouch again, do the double chests. Like I said, you can make this go up as high as you want, but it is only going to take up 4x4. There we go. It'll go up as tall as you want. You can do whatever you want with the housing itself. For example, mine, I usually just do something along these lines. Alright. And we'll just make this one 3 tall for the purposes of this video. And you'll notice that up here on the other ones, I did have it to where this was closed off, but here's the trick. If it's not an open space above the chest, it will not open. If it will not open, that hopper cannot put anything into it. So just to show you guys, just throw this piece of wood in there. You'll notice it disappeared, but where did it go? It's not in here, it's in this hopper. The reason is it can't put it in here because that chest can't open. If you do want this thing to be flat on the top, not a problem. You take your slab that I told you to grab earlier, and throw it on top just like that. We'll try that same piece of wood, and here it is. All you guys really need to know, you can do the housing in just about any style you want as long as you follow that rule that the chest can still open. You don't put any really solid blocks on top, but for example doing that won't open. Hopper follows that same rule. That's why this one over here still works. Chest still opens. And that's pretty much it. You're good to go. So have fun with your silo. Save up all those ingredients, eggs, flour, whatever you want to do. Have fun. This is Bucky. Subscribe. I'll see you guys later.